Hey, welcome back. So this video is going to be slightly different than the usual instructional video thing that you are used to seeing if you've been following my channel. And if you're new here, I hope you like what you're about to see. So I recently took a 2-week trip to India to meet my family, and I wanted to document my journey to get the taste of that vlogging portion that a lot of YouTubers eventually get to taste. So this is my first attempt at vlogging. I hope you like what you see, and I apologize in advance if it wastes your time. I promise to get better. Alright, so before we move to the fun stuff, we need to take care of some boring administrative stuff, which unfortunately is critical for your travel. This includes COVID tests, where to get them for both countries, and what documents you need to upload and where. If you already know your testing requirements and documents, then you can just skip this section, go to the timestamp of the vlog in the video, and enjoy the vlog, or you can actually get out of this video and get to your normal life. But for everybody else, follow along. So I'm looking at the travel.gc.ca website on my screen here, and this is the India section. The update is of December 26, 2021. And at this point, direct flights are still active. All right, I flew back December 22nd, and today is December 27th, and the flights are still active. But double check this website to make sure that you are looking at the most recent updates. Thanks to the Omicron variant, things can change pretty rapidly, and Canada, especially Ontario, can actually go into lockdown. Flights may be banned. So if you're traveling in this time period, double check this website to make sure that the flights are still active. All right. The next step before you travel to India is to actually book the RT PCR test. All right. And it's slightly tedious, but a fairly straightforward process. So we are going to do that in 2 steps. Number 1 is you get to this page, lifelabs.com. Right now, I have that open on my screen. Once you get to this page, you are going to click on here, and you will get to this page where you'll have to create an account for yourself. This is an authentic page where you can register for an RT PCR test. All right. So I already have an account, but click on create an account to do all that for yourself. I'm quickly going to log in now. Alright, so then once you log in, you're going to get to this page, and I'm going to link this website in the description below, by the way. So you can directly click that link to open it up, make your account, and register for a test. Alright, so this is where you are going to select add order here, and you're going to click on new outbound, because this is an outbound flight. You're going to be flying outside of Canada. And this is where you select your province. Now this website is only going to work for British Columbia and Ontario province. I think maybe Saskatchewan will work, but I'm not sure, but I'm sure for Ontario and British Columbia. So if you live in any other province, then double check to make sure what website or what portal is authorized to do the testing. I will link a portal for Quebec province in the description below. So that's where you can book your test if you're traveling from Quebec. But for any other province, you will have to Google, and you can get similar links there. Okay. So once I select Ontario, then I'm going to select my city. This is where I'm going to provide my testing window. At this point, it's 72 hours within travel. So 72, and then click on departure time because it's relevant to departure time. Select your date, select your time, select your zone. So this is where you're going to select Eastern time zone because it's the departure time zone, and this is where you are going to select the Indian time, which is New Delhi, Kolkata, or Mumbai time. All right. So let's quickly do that. So let's say you're departing 27th, and you will be arriving, assuming you're taking Air Canada. The pretty standard time is 9:30. So I'm just going to select 9, and let's say you're going to arrive 29th in the morning. In India, let's say around 5 a.m., 5:30, and the arrival time zone is going to be India. So I'm quickly going to select India. So let's select New Delhi. And once you click on calculate, it's going to let you know that you have enough time to book your test. All right. So we will click on next. Then it's going to give you an option to select the test. So you can either select both of these or just one. At this point, you only require the COVID-19 PCR swab testing for active infection. All right. And it's going to cost you $150. So you just click add to cart. With tax, it's going to cost you 179 Canadian dollars. So you're going to click on next, answer no to all these questions. Then there's a bunch of other questions about contact information, your permanent address, which is on your passport. So this means this is your India address. Then this is your Canadian address. This is your passport number, and this is your exact departure information. Now, once you fill all that in, you are going to get to review order. Make sure all the details are correct. Make sure the time is correct. And then you're going to get to payment information, make the payment using your credit or debit card. And then once your order is confirmed, you are going to get something like this in your inbox. Alright, so in your Gmail or whatever email you provide, you're going to get something like this. This is the confirmation of your payment with your order ID, and it's going to give you a link to download your test requisition form. Alright, so you're going to click on that download, and it's going to ask for your password. So enter the password that you used to create the account, and once you enter your password, it's going to give you this page. Now you're not going to have the print result option, so you will click on print requisition, and it's going to download to your desktop or downloads folder. And once you open that, it's going to look something like this with a barcode. So this is the requisition form that confirms that you've actually paid for the test. You've not taken the test yet, but you've only paid and you have a barcode. All right. So once you get this, the second step is to actually schedule an appointment for the actual RT PCR test, where they are going to shove up some swabs up your skull. So what you can do is, there's a link here for the authorized pharmacies or places that conduct this test. So you're going to click this link. It's going to take you to an external website, so allow that. So you'll get to this page, and this page based on whatever address you list. So just list your zip code here. Let's say I list my zip code. It's going to give you the nearest locations, authorized locations that do the testing for outbound travel, which are affiliated with Lifelabs, the company where you just paid. All right. So I would recommend select the nearest Shoppers Drug Mart. That is the most commonly used authorized vendor pharmacy that conducts this test. So select the Shoppers Drug Mart that is closest to where you live. Click on request appointment. You're going to have to answer a few questions. So quickly answer those questions. Are you requesting a test for travel? Yes. Select your province. Next. Is your travel departure date and time less than 30? Hopefully it should not be. Click next. And then it's going to ask, have you purchased? Yes. Next. And then you're going to click here. It's going to take you to that link where you can actually book a test at the nearest Shoppers Drug Mart. All right. So again, search using the zip code, book the test, book the appointment. And then once you book the appointment, what's going to happen is someone from Shoppers Drug Mart is going to give you a call, confirm the appointment. And on the day of your appointment, you are going to take your requisition form, which we just saw earlier right here, and your passport to the Shoppers Drug Mart, get your test. And once your test is done, you should get the result in, they say 48 hours, but I think they give back to you in 12 to 14 hours. And once you get that test result, then you will have to upload that test result to the Airsuvidha Portal to generate your self-declaration form, and also to show to the officer at the airport. All right, so let's look at that next. All right, so the next step is to go to this new Delhi airport.in website, and under Airsuvidha, you're going to click on fill self-declaration form. This is a requirement. And then you're going to provide your details, flight number, name, date of birth, gender, passport number, all those details. Upload your passport and upload the negative COVID PCR report right here. So once you get the results of the test that you went to take in Shoppers Drug Mart, your test results are going to look like this from Lifelabs. Okay, and it's going to say COVID-19 RNA negative. So you are going to upload this PDF file in this Airsuvidha portal right here. All right. And then you're going to upload your vaccination certificate, all these details about departure, destination, country, your final address, all that you fill out. You must be already aware of this. And then answer a few questions to generate your self-declaration form. And your self-declaration form, once you fill this out, is going to look something like this. Here you go. So you're going to receive this in your email. So you are going to take the printout or the digital version to the airport in Canada, because you will have to show this self-declaration form along with your negative test result and your vaccination certificate to get through the security. All right, next we are going to quickly look at what documents you need when you're actually coming back from India to Canada, how to get testing done and where to upload those documents. All right, so good so far. So now assume you're in India and you're about to travel back to Canada, you will have to get tested again. And the requirements for that are slightly different than before. So you'll get to this page, travel.gc.ca, that you see here. And under India section, I'm going to link this page in the description below. You're going to scroll down to this section, book an RT PCR test at Delhi airport. You will have to book your test beforehand because it's going to be very crowded if you hope to walk in and just get your test. All right, so definitely book this beforehand. Get to this website, select international departure because you're departing from India, and then you will have to provide all these details. Make sure the email address is correct because that's where you'll get the results and the instructions delivered. All right, so your contact number, your passport number, all those details, types of test, nationality, everything, provide all that here. Now you'll have two options: an RT PCR for 500 rupees and then RT PCR for 3,500 rupees. Both will work, but the 500 rupees gives you results in about 6 to 7 hours, whereas the 3500 gives you results in about an hour or 2 hours. So depending on your schedule and your flexibility with your travel and your next flight, you can decide which test you need. But definitely make the booking beforehand, alright? So once you pay for the test, make the booking, you will get something like this delivered in your inbox. The confirmation from the New Delhi airport of the COVID-19 RT PCR test. If you scroll down, you are going to see a barcode. Now this is the barcode that you will need to take to Genestrings lab, which is located above Terminal 3. And you will have to show this document to the people sitting at the counter, who will then scan this document, and once the document is scanned, they are going to point you to the testing location, which is right there. There's huge boards like this, what you see on the screen, which say Genestrings lab. So you're simply going to give them this barcode and they are going to conduct your COVID test. They're going to shove up a couple of swabs up your skull, and that should take care of your COVID testing for Canada, for travel to Canada. All right, and you should get the result in about an hour or so in your email. So simply download that report from your email and keep it ready in your phone, because you will have to show that report to the immigrations officer in Canada once you land at the immigration center. All right, so that is all the boring administrative but critical stuff that you have to take care of for travel from Canada to India and from India to Canada. So I just wanted to cover that right away because I didn't want to harsh your entertainment factor or buzz once you're enjoying the vlog, if you ever get to the vlog. And now that you've stuck around long enough, let's get to the fun part. Let's begin the journey. As you can see, it's going to be quite crowded around New Year. So if you're planning to travel, make your arrangements ahead of time. Arrive early. Once checked in, I just chilled out with some beer in the restaurant. As you can see, I could barely contain my excitement. And that is my city, where I was born and raised. For me, still the most beautiful place I know. This is where my heart is and will always be. This is home. And there's my wife, barely able to contain herself, so she runs. Bedroom. I've seen this more online than I've actually lived in it. Isn't that sad? And this is the morning ritual. My wife always the first one to wake up for her prayers. I am already beginning to miss this. I can't remember the last time I had a birthday surprise like this one in over a decade. And what surprised me more than anything was the cake in the theme of my YouTube channel and with a cute red play button on top. And it made sounds and everything, as you can see. I may never make it big on YouTube to actually receive a silver or a gold or a diamond play button, so my lovely wife made sure that I'm appreciated for what I do. She always tells me it's the little wins that count. Tiny victories should not be overlooked. Anyways, it was my birthday and we did what people do on birthdays, fatten each other with lots and lots and lots of whipped cream. This is mommy the cutest dancing to no rhythm. Apurva literally trying to squeeze blessings off the feet of her elders. Then she comes to wish me happy anniversary but realizes this is the first time we have ever hugged in public and now she's embarrassed. But me being an ass, I'm not gonna let go. So that's what you get. शॉर्ट नहीं ले पा रहा है वो देखो शॉर्ट ले ली उसको एनिवर्सरी को शर्म तो आ रही है लेकिन एनिवर्सरी के शॉर्ट यूट्यूब के लिए पैसे आएंगे अरे वाह मोनेटाइज हो गए The best thing about coming back after a long time is that your family makes a big deal. Mine definitely does. It was our wedding anniversary, so it felt cathartic to make a big deal about it and try to recreate some beautiful moments from our marriage, like the garland ceremony, taking pictures with friends and family that came a long way to meet me. I used to think of these events as flamboyant and overrated, but once you've been away from your loved ones long enough, you could not want this more. So I say make it loud. Celebrate your butt off, you know. These are the things and people that truly matter. Everything else is just smoking mirrors. And that is my dad, one of the greatest and strongest men I know. Of course, it wouldn't be a vacation without a weekend getaway with my friends. So, we booked a resort and off we went to do stupid things that couples do. Here are some of those stupid things. What I'm doing on the right may seem stupid, and it is, but if you've seen the show Friends, you'd know what I'm talking about. And don't get me wrong, we did have some silent moments too, where we just stared into the emptiness to soak it all in before it would be over soon. Pretty hard to say goodbye to home. Family waves helpless that you're leaving but hopeful you'll come back. Breaks your heart every time, you know. This is the road I learned to bike on. That pothole there has been there always. That's where I tripped, bruised my knee a million times. This street here is where I made friends, some of which are still close. This road is what I take to school every day. I believe it was John Pierce who said that home is a place you grow up wanting to leave and grow old wanting to get back to. Only some do. I hope I do one day. And this is the most painful part, especially for those newlywed couples out there trying to navigate the immigration system on their own to be with each other. It feels so unjust that couples have to stay apart until they can prove the authenticity of their relationship, no matter how long it takes. What do you say to your partner in these moments? You obviously can't explain how immigration works, so you just shut up and hold them, hoping this will end soon. So that's what I did. I gave her a warm hug, kissed her goodbye, sorry, that's not on camera, and I flew, hoping that better days were ahead. Oh, and by the way, for newcomers, this is where you'd get Uber. Terminal 1, downstairs, door Q. Will come in handy. So, my Uber is about to arrive. I'll see you in a few minutes. Goodbye.